I'm Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, here to breathe with you on your journey of recovery. So let's breathe together. Breathe in the beautiful snowflakes that are falling outside. Deep breath, filling lungs, allowing our chest to hold that beautiful air, that snowy air, and then exhaling slowly with a sigh. Slowly with a sigh. Today, I'd like to teach you about neuroplasticity and from a particular lens of my journey to India, where I learned Vipassana, silent meditation, where I was at a sort of a concentration camp with a large group of men in the mountains, in the Himalayan mountains, where it was rainy and cold and monkeys, and we were on starvation rations. It was a very intense experience. Very little sleep. I slept on a board. It was quite uncomfortable and quite helpful now. So what was helpful about that was part of the Vipassana practice is moving your consciousness around. So you're moving your consciousness around within your body. What is that like? That's like becoming very aware of sensations in different parts of your body. So you can feel your little toes. You're putting your mind into that little toe sensations. And then you're moving to your ankle and you're feeling your ankle sensations. And then you're moving to your knee. And do you feel the sensations in your knee, the energy there? How about your thighs? How about your belly, just under your ribs? Do you feel the sensations there? So you see how your awareness can move around. Your mind can move around into these areas of your body. And neuroplastic means that your mind can change. And that's a beautiful thing. It's your mind has a plasticity to it, that things, that patterns and habits and sensational loops, if you will, created by unconscious mind or your brain to protect you, can be reversed. And that's just an amazing revelation of modern medicine or modern psychology, that when we have chronic pain or anxiety or depression or any of these kind of conditions, that they can totally be reversed through neuroplasticity. So in my somatic practices, in the practices that I developed for myself and now for my clients to heal and transform these conditions, these sensations, I move the sensations around. So that's creating a plasticity in my mind. My mind begins to realize that it can move the sensation from, let's say, my right leg over to my left leg. So let's say I had a sensation of an uncomfortable sensation in my right leg, and I used my mind in a meditative trance state to move it over to my left leg and show my mind. By doing this, I'm showing my mind how it can feel, how it can wire, how there's plasticity, how it can move a sensation to another area. And that area, if there was a pain in one area, a sensation in one area, and I moved it to an area where there was no sensation, it allowed, because this was part of my healing path, it allowed my mind to see exactly how it could feel for that sensation to resolve. Okay, so that's why in my meditations, in my somatic practices, I always create a safe spot, a spot in my body that feels really good. And I call it the rose in the meditation that I offer you on my website over at healingwolfcoaching.com. That that rose is a spot where everything feels really good. So putting the plastic in neuroplastic for me has been in a somatic way, has been moving that sensation from an area of higher sensation to an area of lower sensation or no sensation. And over time, that teaches mind that it's fine. And so there have been some physicians in this realm. I think there was a book by Norman Deutsch, about it, and there was a Dr. Golden, I believe. There were a number of doctors. One started with an M, Moskowitz, I'm not sure. But these doctors would do some, not the same type of practices. The practices that I'm doing are they go all the way back to Buddha, who laid out this practice of vipassana meditation with the aim of ending suffering, which is my aim as well. The reason I'm here is to end suffering for you. So anyway, there are a lot of folks who come up with meditations to move the mind around, and that's putting the plastic in neuroplastic. And when you're doing that, you're also actually literally creating a plasticity in your neurons. You're creating new connections, and those connections are healing because they're wiring around the other connections, the old connections that might say, oh, the pain always has to stay right here and do just this. No, it doesn't. It can move around, it can change, and it can completely fade, which is my work, is to help you fade these sensations. Whether it's a dramatic drop in sensations or a complete cessation of the sensations where they forget to show up. They're just gone. And it's amazing to hear the stories. I was speaking with a client recently about, she was out to dinner and she said, I'm great, I'm feeling great. Like, didn't see this for myself because the pain had been there for so long, and here I am in a restaurant feeling wonderful. And so that's why I'm here, folks. That's what I'm here to do. I went through a long journey of hell, and I developed practices and mindsets and integrated teachings and modalities, and came to a space of wanting to find a better path for folks, because my path was very haphazard and very disjointed, and I found bits and pieces from a lot of amazing practitioners, coaches, just mystical teachers, senseis, and I practiced those and brought those into my own healing. So let's put the plastic back into neuroplastic. Let me know in the comments how this works for you, actually moving around your sensations. If you're having anxiety or chronic pain and you practice this for a while, I would also suggest that you can move it outside of your body. You could send it. I know it sounds mystical, but you can send the energy. You can expand your energy. We do have an aura. We do have an energetic aura around our body that is measurable. And so we could send those sensations outside of our body into, let's say, the earth, or into the wind with the snow. And that's where things get a little more mystical, but the plasticity remains the same. Once your mind knows that you can move these sensations around and that they can move to areas where they no longer hurt or they no longer feel uncomfortable, then the healing is well underway. So let me know what you think of this video, and I'm here for you, so I'll see you soon.